Hi guys! Today I'm going to be doing a first impressions video. I wanted to do this really badly since my last attempt to a first impressions video was not good, and I wanted to really show you guys this product because it is a newer product in the drugstore world. And actually, along with this product, I picked up a few other things from the drugstore, but I'm just going to showcase the one I'm just going to showcase one in this video. But if you guys want me to do a haul of some of the stuff I picked up, because a lot of it is newer products, let me know down below and I will do that for you. But today I'm going to be doing the L'Oreal Paris Magic Nude Liquid Powder Foundation. This foundation is relatively new with not Revlon, L'Oreal. Basically, I've been noticing that a lot of these foundations are very liquid to powder finishes, which is great for those who have oily or combination oily skin like myself. With drier skin, I'm not sure if this would be the best match for you, but I thought this would be a great time to showcase this foundation in the heart of summer. It is literally 93 degrees outside, and I wanted to test it and see how good it will last on my combination skin. So basically just about this foundation, I picked this up at my Rite Aid, and it was, let me see, $12.95, and I had a $2 off coupon, so I got it $2 off, but still, it's pretty pricey for a drugstore foundation. I've seen it even go higher in some of the other drugstores, to up to $13, $14, which I think is insane. But this foundation is relatively expensive. There are lots of shades to choose from. I picked number 314 Creamy Natural, which I think is the third lightest shade in the color range. It comes with 0.91 ounces, fluid ounces of product, and it has a SPF of 18. And basically it says on the back here, transforms from liquid to powder for the perfect bare skin finish. Application: shake well for best makeup results. Pour just a few drops onto fingers and apply directly onto skin. Not recommended use with a sponge or brush. So I'm going to apply this with my fingers, and this is the tip. There's no pump or anything, so that's kind of a but what are you going to do? I like the packaging. The packaging's nice. It's kind of like, it's a glass little bottle. I think since you don't have to use a lot of this, I'm assuming, this will last you a long time. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and start the application process. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to twist the top off, and I have moisturizer on my skin, my eye cream already, so I have nothing on my skin. I'm not going to apply a primer. I'm going to just see how this thing works on its own. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a little bit onto the back of my hand. Ooh, this is a very watery foundation. Like, it just poured right out. So there it is right there. So you guys can see it's like going down my hand. I'm just going to take a little bit on my finger. Yes, it's very watery. And I'm going to dot this onto the areas where I need the most coverage. This feels very primer-like. It has kind of that waxy feel. I'm just going to... It feels like a primer. Like, it feels like my Revlon Photo Ready primer, which is interesting. Now, I'm not noticing a ton of coverage. I don't think this is meant to be a high coverage foundation. Yeah, it's not really covering up much. It's kind of evening out my skin tone a little bit. I think I poured a little too much on my hand, which is a problem since I like pumps. I'm just going to work it down my neck a little bit. Yeah, I applied way too much, but apply some down here so it blends. But yeah, it feels very primer-like. It does not feel creamy. It doesn't have like a creamy texture to it. It's kind of watery and liquidy. I think people with oily skin, I think this might be a good match for you guys. Okay. Yeah, see, I have so much stuff left. So, we're gonna see how this works. Yeah, like it evened out my skin tone a little bit, because my skin tone is a little bit under on the redder side, but really it's not that high coverage, which I don't mind because I don't really really looking for a lot of high coverage, but this is how it looks just by itself. I have no concealer on or anything. So this is what it looks like, and I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest of my makeup, and I'll be right back. Hey guys, so I am back, and I finished my makeup and I've changed my clothes. So, you know, I changed real quick because my camera was dying, so I needed to charge it real quick. So after I was done my makeup, I got changed, and now my camera seems to be okay. So I gotta hurry up real quick. It is now 1:21. I'm going to be gone for a few hours, and I will check back in with you guys after I'm done with everything, and we'll see how this foundation lasts throughout the day in this 93-degree heat. So let's go. So I will see you guys in a little bit. Hey guys, it is a 3:45. I am out right now. I am currently driving home. I'm going to be going back home, but I'm going to be running out again. It is very hot out, and my foundation is okay. I kind of touched like the oily areas of my face and around my nose especially. It is a little oily. So as of that point, I wouldn't say. Also, I wanted to point out that I didn't put any powder over the foundation to finish it off. I just left it to have the powder finish. I might wear it another time with a powder on top to see how that holds up. It's good. It has a very waxy feel to it, like a primer, like a silicone feel. So I wouldn't say that it is you know, the best. Well, I'm driving. I wouldn't say that it's the best for those who have dry skin or combination dry, because this might really dry you out. But if you have combination oily, this might be good. But if you have oily skin, like really oily skin, I would say maybe this isn't the best. I would say try to use a primer. So I'm gonna go, guys. Bye. Hey guys, I am back. Sorry that I kind of ended on like a weird note there, but I'm back home. And I wanted to show you guys a close-up of the foundation, of how it's doing. As you can see, it's, for the most part, my face feels okay, but in my T-zone area, it is a little oily, especially in the middle of my forehead, right around my nose, and not really my chin, but my chin a little bit. So, I think this would work better for me in the fall or the winter time, since my skin isn't as bad oily wise. But sorry for the marks here. I was wearing sunglasses and it looks funny, but I just wanted to give you guys a close-up of how my skin is doing. But I do really like the finish of this foundation. I really like how the way my skin looks and feels. But for the most part, you know, it's okay. We'll see how it goes a couple hours from now. So I'll see you guys then. Guys, I am finally back. It is now 6:45. Basically, it's the end of the day, and I am back to share with you guys my final thoughts and my final feedback of this foundation. You know, when I first applied it, I really liked the finish. And I like the way it made my skin look. Now, as throughout the day, it's been very hot. And my skin really, for the most part, it was okay. About an hour or two into wearing it, my T-zone was already getting a little oily. So, on its own, I don't think it was great. So next time, probably when I'm gonna try this again. And I'm going to be putting a powder on top of it, because I didn't apply any powder whatsoever, because I knew this had a powder finish, so I thought maybe it could, you know, hold some of my oils in place. But right now, as I touch my face, around my nose, it's oily. My T-zone, my center of my forehead, it's a little oily. Granted, it's not insane. It's just, I could maybe use like a blotting tissue and just blot that up real quick. But for the most part, I think, as for my cheeks and the finish, my skin looks even, it looks natural, and it looks really nice. But I'm just going to go ahead down the list of different categories and just rate them. I'm going to be rating them through 1 through 10, 1 being really bad and 10 being the best. For product packaging, I'm gonna have to give it, you know, maybe like a 7 or a 6. I think there's really nothing special about this packaging. It's just a typical bottle in glass with the little spout. It's pretty typical. As for being wearable, I would probably give it maybe a 7, because I do think it wears okay. It's just I think it would be better with a powder on top, especially in my T-zone to hold it down. For overall feel, I'm gonna have to give this maybe an 8. I really like how it feels on my skin. Now, some people might not like it because it's kind of a primer feel. It has kind of that waxy silicone feel to it, and still to my skin it feels pretty waxy, and it doesn't transfer really. Like, I know with some foundations, if you have an itch on your face and you scratch, you have like product on your nails, but for me, like today, I like just scratched right here and nothing came off, which is nice. I really like that. I would probably give it an 8 for, you know, the feel, overall feel and finish. I wouldn't say this is a matte finish because it has it's slightly matte, but it also is slightly dewy finish. And overall grade for this product, I'm gonna give probably a B minus. I think there's definitely improvement in this product, but it's not for everyone. I would really recommend trying this if you have oily to oily combination skin. But if you do get pretty oily, use a powder or a primer underneath it as well. I didn't use a primer. I just applied this straight onto my skin with moisturizer and eye cream. So if you have really, really oily skin, use a primer, then use this, then use a powder. But I think next time I'm going to try this, I'm going to be using a powder on top to see how that holds up. But I really do like the finish, and also this is not for everyone when it comes to coverage wise. It is definitely a lighter coverage foundation, which I prefer. I like lighter coverages, and it doesn't feel super heavy on my face. It feels very light. It's a very watery consistency, kind of like the Chanel Vitalinier Aqua, but this one I think is even runnier than that. But I really, you know what, this foundation, maybe I would give it a B minus in between there. I think there's definitely some improvement to be worked on, but overall, I don't think it's a bad product. I actually would like to try this more into the fall and winter months, because my skin is more dry, and I think, granted, like, it's not super dry, but I think this would be a good match because I'm more normal to dry skin. So if I just use like a moisturizer that's gonna moisturize my skin and try this, I think this might work better for me in the fall months, especially in the fall. Maybe in winter, maybe, but fall I can see. So within the next few months. But that is my video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, found it helpful. Again, I found that foundation at my Rite Aid, but I've seen it at Walgreens, and not CVS yet, but I would not be surprised to see it there soon. But thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys on Saturday with my next video. Bye!